We all aspire to master the art of passive income, but some of us get tripped up at go. My name is Darius.
I'm Carmen, and in this video, we are going to explore strategies for creating cash flow so that you can achieve financial freedom. But before we jump into all of that, remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you're notified when we post new videos.
Just to make sure we're all on the same page, passive income is money earned with minimum effort on our part, meaning that we make money in our sleep. And when you think about it, that's a game changer when it comes to our end goal of what we're trying to accomplish, which is financial independence or owning our own lifestyle. It's really important for us to make money with minimum effort so that we can focus on other streams of income.
Now, on the contrary, when we talk about active income means that you actually have to work. You have to put in effort in order to make money. So what active income could be is you working at your job, 9 to 5, for example, you trading time for money. That is active income. And in today's video, all we want to talk about is passive income because, like Darius said before, these are the keys for you to be able to create true and lasting financial independence. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump into the 6 points that you can start investing in today. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Darius and I talk about infinite banking, which is all about using the cash value from your whole life insurance policy to create cash flow or to invest, right? So what we want to make sure that you understand, we'll go ahead and cue the graphic and put that up on the screen, is that we've created this visual so that you can get an understanding of what it is that we're talking about. We always believe that the foundation of your finances should start with a whole life insurance policy, and that way you are using the cash inside that policy to invest. So you want to make sure that you diversify your opportunities in the different branches that you see on the screen to make sure that all of your money is being invested strategically. So again, in this video, we have 6 ways that we're going to talk about how you can invest. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one, which is dividend stocks.
Now, the importance of dividend stocks is the fact that you get to be part owner of this company, depending on how many shares of the company stock that you purchase. Now, when it comes to the opportunity that you get from this is being part owner of this company, you get to profit in the distribution.
Yeah.
Which means that as a company becomes more profitable, what they do is they take a portion of their profit and they disperse it among the shareholders in the form of dividends. Now, if we go back to the main point that we were making is making money while you sleep. The only thing you did is you invested in this company's stock, right? Mm-hmm. And you didn't have to do anything else outside of that. Mm-hmm. That's just money that was distributed to you because you own a portion of this company. Mm-hmm. Now, this is exactly what we're trying to accomplish when we talk about passive income, money that is made with minimum effort.
Absolutely. So the second thing that we want to talk about is real estate investing, for example. Real estate investing is something that Darius and I heavily do. We love it. And in fact, we just invested in something very recently. So what we want to make sure that you understand with real estate investing is there are so many different doors and avenues you can go down. You can have rental properties, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You can do fix and flips. You can do commercial real estate. There's tax liens that you can get involved in. It just, you name it, you can get involved at any price point. And that's what we love about real estate investing is because it allows you to have a lot of flexibility with where you get started. And you can involve very much within this branch of real estate investing. So that's just another opportunity that you can literally take the cash value from your life insurance policy, invest it in an asset in real estate, and allow that money to pay you back principal and interest back into your policy so that you can keep the cash flow growing.
Right. Now, Carmen and I, we invest in real estate because we are very aware of real estate investments through the education that we've gotten through online courses. And that's the segue into our third strategy, which is creating digital products. Let's say you invest in the stock market in dividend stock, you have become an expert. What you can do is create an online course around this idea so that you can generate more income so you can have income to invest more in stock. Same thing with real estate investing. We buy a lot of real estate investment courses. And I'm sure the person that we bought the course for is taking that money and investing in real estate.
Hopefully.
Right. So creating digital products based on what you know and your experiences, especially as you become an expert with passive income, is very important to generating another stream of income.
Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing, too, is with digital assets, it doesn't just have to be courses. It can be ebooks. It can be PDFs. It can be, whatever you name it, because at the end of the day, these days, we're scanning everything on our phone through a QR code. That is called a digital asset. Yeah. So information that can be accessed digitally is what a lot of creators these days are making more accessible to the marketplace, because at the end of the day, everything is online. So what subject matter are you an expert in, and how can you create a digital product around that and put it inside the marketplace?
Yes. Now, the fourth strategy is peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending, I think, is important because we get to dictate what the contract is. We get to dictate what the amount of interest that we get from this loan, because we're the ones that have the money. And I think peer-to-peer lending is something that is overcomplicated because we have so much opportunity in creating the contract itself.
Well, I think let's take a step back first, because what is peer-to-peer lending? Because the idea between peer-to-peer lending is literally lending money with your peers. Exactly what it is. So when you break it down in the simplest form, it's, hey, Jim needs a car loan. I happen to be sitting on 20 grand, for example. Hey, Jim, can I give you my 20 grand and let's do, some business together, for example, right? Just to simplify it. And then what you would have to do as the lender is your collateral would be the deed to the car, or the title or deed?
Title.
No, sorry, title. The title for the car. I knew it didn't sound right. So you would want to have the title so that for whatever reason, if Jim defaults, you now own the car. That's what peer-to-peer lending is removing the bank from the transaction and creating an opportunity for yourself, because we all have cash flow, or we tend to have cash flow, and we all know people who have loans. So how can we create a better understanding so that we can start creating principal and interest instead of always letting the bank have all the fun?
Yeah, we're all lenders. We just don't realize it. As soon as we put our money in the bank, we become lenders for whoever else comes on the other side to get a loan. The difference is the bank gets to benefit in all the profits while we just earn the interest from whatever is in our checking account or our savings account. But we're already participating in this process. What we're saying with peer-to-peer lending is, like Carmen said, take that third party out, which is the bank, and do it amongst yourself so that you can benefit in those profits.
Now, the next point is number 5, which is rental income. And like I said, we were going to talk about this before. This is just a subsection of real estate, but we wanted to specifically talk about this because this might be an opportunity for people to get started. And the thing to comprehend with rental income is you have to make money. Okay, so let's just do a simple scenario. Let's say you own a home, the mortgage is $1,500 a month. You need to be able to cover that $1,500 a month plus like a small discretionary amount that you are going to collect essentially every single month for potential maintenance and repairs for the house, for example. So if the hot water heater goes out in the middle of the night, you know that you have money set aside that has been accumulating every single month as your tenants pay this fee. In addition to the rent and that fee for maintenance, you need to be making a profit off of all of that. I can't stress this enough because we have so many people that own rental properties, but they're all breaking even. This is not passive income. Passive income is when you make money, not passive break even. Okay. So the idea is making sure that if you have a rental income, you are making profit every single month. And if you are not, this may not be the right asset for you. Or I'm just talking about that specific house. We need to look at other opportunities for you to actually make money.
Now, the 6th strategy we want to discuss is an online business that can be automated for passive income. And what we want you to think about is like a vending machine. A vending machine, you set up the machine and then you fill it up with sodas or whatever is going to come out the vending machine, and somebody comes up, put their money in, and they get what they want. Now you come back and you just collect the money and restock it. Having an automated online business is something similar. First thing that comes to my mind is like drop shipping. Yeah. When it comes to a t-shirt, for example, you can create a online website where you sell t-shirts, but you don't have any of the inventory in your house or in your garage, and you're not printing shirts. You can have somebody else print the shirts, and when somebody put in an order, that order comes straight from the manufacturer, and you get to share in the profit of this. That's an automated business. Now, it's not limited to t-shirts. There's a ton of different businesses that you can do that's automated very similarly, but that's just an idea.
All right, Wealth Nation. So we have given you 6 ideas for passive income. Now go ahead and comment below and let us know if there are other opportunities that you think are lucrative, because there are probably thousands of ways for you to create passive income, especially with everything being online now. Now, the actions we can take to move forward is getting started with passive income. And there are 4 strategies. So the first one is financial education. You got to make sure you understand understand how this whole process would work with the particular investments that you get into. The next thing is setting clear goals. So with each investment that you get into, you need to set clear goals to make sure that you are attaining and reaching those goals and that you're on the right track. The next thing is about creating a plan. So again, what are you going to do? What is the step-by-step process that you're going to maintain and continue to acquire more opportunities for passive income? And the fourth is take action. So get started. What are you waiting for? Because if you want to create financial independence, if you want to create financial freedom, if you want to retire early and make sure that you always have mailbox money coming in, you have to start today. And the thing that I want to make sure that you comprehend is you don't have to get started today with just investing money, like moving money. Just get started with your education. Because when you have a solid education, you can move forward in confidence, knowing that you're making secure financial decisions.
Right. Now, we mentioned the steps in how to get started. We want you to understand that building passive income streams isn't going to always be easy. It's not going to be smooth sailing. It doesn't always start out perfectly.
It doesn't always look like Instagram.
Yeah, it doesn't always look like Instagram.
Although we want it to, we're not going to poo-poo on it. Maybe it does look like that for you.
And we can say by just from our experience, investing in real estate wasn't always easy. But what we had to do is we had to go through these challenges so that we can understand the different opportunities that present itself through these setbacks. These setbacks or setups. That's our favorite thing.
Our motto.
But some of the challenges that you're going to have is one, having initial capital. The only way you can have initial capital is if you do the first step, which is make sure that you have cash flow so that the funds that come in, you have money set aside to make this initial investment. Initial capital is key. Reason being is if something was to come up in your life, you don't want to have to go back and get your tap into your investment, because as soon as you tap into that investment, it's no longer going to be generating income for you. So you have to make sure you set yourself up to be successful by having the initial capital set aside so that you can invest successfully.
And one thing to note too with initial capital is, yes, you have to do it the smart way, like Darius was just saying, but a lot of times with investments, you don't even need your own money to get started.
Yes.
So that is like the secret sauce in really starting to educate yourself on creative financing. What does that look like? How do you get other people involved who have money and you serve as the middleman? So initial capital is huge. And I think that's why a lot of people don't get started, is because they assume that they have to have the capital in order to get started.
Right. And as I think about it, in the investments that we do, we don't use our capital. Because as soon as we use our capital, we can't leverage our capital. Mm-hmm. So that's why we use money from our whole life insurance policy that we borrow, because those funds come from the insurance company. And that helps with us mitigating our risk because of what could possibly happen in an investment. We don't want to lose our money. That's why we use the insurance company's money.
Exactly.
Now, next thing I was going to say is passive income comes with the fact that you need to be patient and you need to be persistent. Mm-hmm. And patience and persistence is what is because we're paying a long-term gain, is going to be so important to the strategies and the different income streams that you create over time.
And the last thing is risk management. So what we truly believe is that if you are acquiring risks, it's because you didn't take the time to get your ducks in a row prior to the process. Because if you are smartly investing, you should never lose money.
Smartly.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Strategically, whatever the word is, if you're doing what you need to be doing, you should never lose money. I want to stress that again, because a lot of times we go into this going like, oh, what is your risk tolerance? That's BS. You're not going to make money if you're going to lose money. So the only reason why people say that there's risk management is because there is no collateral. You always need collateral when it comes to every opportunity to invest, because you have to make sure that you're making your money back so you can continue to invest.
Right. 100%. Now, remember, mastering the art of passive income is a journey. It requires knowledge, it requires strategy, it requires commitment. But the reward is worth it, because we're trying to create financial freedom. And the only way you can create financial freedom is to have passive income, easy money. And it's not easy without knowledge. It's not easy without strategy. It's not easy without commitment. So what we want you to do is, if you want more information on how to generate income, check out our next video where we discuss that very thing.
And don't forget to own your own lifestyle,
or someone else will.